أعزائنا معنا مدام بريجيت بومل من Go Beyond Investing ومسيو نيكولا روحانا من IM Capital. Good evening.
Good evening.
Mrs. Bowman, I would like to start with you. Can you give us or give the Lebanese viewer an overview of Go Beyond Investing, your offices and your presence here? What does it mean to the Lebanese ecosystem and what you are contributing to the Lebanese ecosystem?
First of all, I'm delighted to be here. It's a great entrepreneurial country, Lebanon. Go Beyond, we enable individuals who want to invest and support entrepreneurs to do so, either alone or via groups. And so basically they can go on the platform or they can attend investment pitches. They see entrepreneurs. Then they can discuss and learn how do you make investments, choose where they want to invest, and then support the entrepreneurs, build a portfolio. And then when the entrepreneurs get sold, usually that's when they can get some money back. And we're the only ones in the world that have enabled to do this with as little as starting with $10,000 to build a portfolio of 3 to 6 investments.
I read on your website you also provide portfolio management. Now, when we say portfolio management, are you going to, between Lebanon and Europe, are you going to have some kind of listing of Lebanese startups over there, or how does it work?
Yeah, one of the key things that differentiates us besides other investing platforms is from the beginning we wanted to really help people approach angel investing as if it was part of their wealth management, so as an asset class. And that's why it's very important that people learn and people can, as they're building a portfolio, can diversify that portfolio either by industry or also by geography. So we're right now primarily present in Europe and in the US, but one of the reasons we're so excited with the partnership with IM Capital, with Cedars, is that a number of our investors, we have over 400 investors, are interested in investing in Lebanon, or we know some of the Lebanese startups that our local group here will do would love to have access to investors that we have from 30 other countries.
Okay. So now, as I understand it, Nicola, you are mixing between, you specialize in matching between the startups and the VCs, and you are now linking your network with theirs.
Well, actually, IM Capital, as you know, is funded by USAID, and we have 3 components. Matching capital is where we come and match capital in existing businesses with other VCs or in individual angels. And we can even give insurance capital for the investor. Could be a VC or an angel. And we provide technical assistance. Now, in our last year of operation, we noticed that there is a gap in early stage financing, because IM Capital is really geared towards early stage financing, and we in need of matching partners. And angel investing is needed in the life cycle of investing in startups. And so we wanted to create this angel group to be able to fill this equity gap and invest in early stage financing. So we came up with this program in partnership with Go Beyond Investing, because we looked at several models, and as Brigitte mentioned, we were very interested in the Go Beyond Investing model because they have this methodology of learn and earn, and they democratize the access to angel investing to be accessible to anyone. As she said, down to $10,000. So in our model, we have entry tickets of $15,000, and we created this Cedars group. And we created an MBA, a master class for business angels over 1 year, where we have a class of 25 individuals. And we train them and we coach them, and Brigitte comes every 6 weeks to do the coaching and the training of this group. And every 6 weeks they see pitches, so they look at 3 pitches every time, and they decide and vote as a group to whether to invest or not in this program. And IM Capital gives 50% guarantees for this angel group, their investments. So we can either match the angel group, and we give them a 50% guarantee on their investment.
In addition, what is really great is that we're creating also a number of investors who become the lead on bringing value to the entrepreneur, because we've seen it's not just about choosing good entrepreneurs, but it's really supporting them. And that's why the Cedars group, the MBA 2016 program, is to always have one person from the group that then is the key person and contact to add value to the entrepreneurs, and also to come back to the other investors to let them know how they can help, or when there will be follow-on financing, to make sure that the investors know they could have a possibility to continue supporting financially those that are doing well.
If we are to take a step back, if I am to take a step back and look at the overall picture in this alliance, if I may, there are two things that I notice here. You have a vast Lebanese diaspora that is even bigger than the population of Lebanon. Mm-hmm. You're talking about above 10 million. And at the same time, you have these Lebanese startups who are looking to grow and looking for investors. In this alliance, how do you see, are you working simultaneously on these two tracks, or there is no effort still from Lebanese from the diaspora to join the Masterclass Club in Europe? I'm talking, not in Lebanon.
Yeah, I can take a shot at this before. Yeah, part of our mandate as well is to tap into the Lebanese diaspora. And in this program, we were very happy to have expatriates living in Dubai that are part of this program. So we have 4 or 5 individuals, investors that were interested and are part of this program. So we're bringing outside investors back to Lebanon through a structured program. So the diaspora are looking for structured program, the programs that they can trust, and where they can give back and put money to a channel that exists, So we're very confident that this is the first pilot, and we've been able to do that. So I'm sure that other MBAs that we will be launching will attract more and more diaspora in that respect.
And the beauty of what we're doing is that it can be in person, but it can also be done virtually. It's not the same experience, but it can be. So I think both of us have big dreams and big passions, because we're both our organizations are very dedicated about democratizing and making angel investing accessible. And so we wanted to start with something concrete, but afterwards there's no reason why some people couldn't afterwards create a group where virtually they could learn and meet Lebanese entrepreneurs wherever they are in the world. But we first had to create the roots locally. That was very critical.
Yes. So the Cedars Masterclass is primarily oriented towards training and helping the investors. But suppose I'm a startup and I see this and I want to take advantage of it. What are the steps that I have to take, or do you choose them, or do I have to take steps towards you?
Yeah, actually there's a platform and that's why we chose Go Beyond Investing as well, because they have this platform where entrepreneurs or ventures can go on the platform and submit their ideas to the Lebanese group. So that's what they do. The first thing we tell them, go on the CEDARS platform and submit this questionnaire, and they have to upload some files, etc. So this is the first engagement. And then we look at them, we meet with them, and there's a pre-screening that is done with the help of Go Beyond Investing. For example, today we did 7 pre-screenings for entrepreneurs that want to pitch for the next CEDARS class. Okay. So yes, there is a process, and every 6 weeks we screen entrepreneurs, we pre-screen entrepreneurs, we prepare them even to pitch for the CEDARS class.
Once, like today, we decided of the 3 that we met tonight, 2 will go into due diligence, and as that start, they can start accessing the 400 plus investors in Go Beyond, either because of functional specialties, or certainly if the CEDARS MBA group decides to invest, then we would open it up to anybody else who would also want to invest. But again, they need to have passed certain stages locally, and then afterwards, absolutely, we want to open it up to them, the international community.
I'm going to ask you a question that I know it's a bit too soon to ask that question. It's very soon to ask that, but I will ask it anyway. For 2017, what are your goals, your plans? Are there any KPIs, timeline? I know it's early to talk about it. You just got together, or you started forming the masterclass, but what can we look for 2017 as far as goals? We
set an investment strategy for this class. Mm-hmm. And it's for them to invest in 3 or 4 startups by the after like 6 to 9 months of the program. Because you have to, they have to see every 6 weeks, about 3 startups. So we're giving them access to a portfolio of companies to look at, and then they will choose to invest 3 or 4, and they will invest up to $300 or $300 and maybe $50,000 total in these 3 startups.
Yes, I wanted
so this is roughly the numbers that we are looking at.
And those who have particular time of the 25 members, those who want to kind of accelerate, they can also be quite active, more active than on average on the learning, and get a certificate so they can become lead investors, and then also learn to be coaches of future groups. So in addition to the investment goal, there's also a goal of having at least 5 to 6 of the investors in the group that will themselves learn to be coaches of future groups. So the number of groups can multiply exponentially over the next couple of years. And we're very proud because our first group is quite diverse in terms of male-female, but we've also had requests for some women, which are still generally underrepresented, to have themselves a group of women. So we're probably going to be starting in 2017 a group specifically for women investors.
That would be interesting. Mrs. Bowman, welcome you again to Lebanon, and thank you very much. Thank you, Nicola.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure. Great country.